Hey folks, welcome to the first ever Right-Wing Genius election special. We didn't really prepare much for today because there aren't a lot of major elections going on today that interest me. But let's just go through them one by one. Two states are holding gubernatorial elections today, Mississippi and Kentucky. In Mississippi, no contest. I predict that the Republican Lieutenant Governor Phil Bryant will easily win there. He's running against Hattiesburg Mayor John something. Oh well, it's not important. Now, Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear, a Democrat, will win re-election. Not exactly sure why. He actually has one of the worst economic records of any current governor in the country. I actually looked up some statistics. When Steve Beshear took office, the unemployment rate in Kentucky was 5.6%. And now the latest numbers we have show that it's 9.7%. Nearly 20,000 fewer people working in Kentucky than were when he took office. But he will win. It's a three-way race between him, the Republican state Senate Majority Leader or state Senate President Dave Williams, and a third-party candidate who's not really making much of a showing, Galbraith. But you know, it's interesting. In Mississippi, the big story nationally is this personhood amendment, basically that would define a fertilized egg as a person, or give it the rights of personhood, legal rights. Both parties' candidates for governor in Mississippi have voiced their support for the amendment, and I predict it'll pass. There's another major ballot initiative in Ohio, Issue 2. If you vote yes on Issue 2, then it means you support the budget reform measures that eliminated collective bargaining rights for public employees, passed by the legislature and signed into law by Governor John Kasich earlier this year. A no vote is saying you don't want that, and if this passes, then it means the law, I guess, will go into effect. And I predict, sadly, that Issue 2 will fail, basically, and the law will be basically quashed in effect by this referendum, which is a shame. You know, the labor unions really dumped a lot of money and manpower into this fight, and I think the main reason that this issue or this law is going down in Ohio today is because, based on everything I've seen and heard, the opponents of the law are way more enthusiastic and ginned up than the supporters of the law, the proponents of the law. And it's just a sign that you know, it's hard to really get people enthusiastic and ginned up in support of austerity. But you know, if you try and limit collective bargaining rights, or require the public employees who already pay way less towards their health benefits and pension than most private sector workers do, who get comparable packages. If you try and make them pay a little bit more for their pension and their benefits, then you're going to have a lot of riffraff raising holy hell about that. So it's really a shame. I think this is not just going to be a defeat for austerity, but a defeat for sensible government and reason prevailing over mob rule. But it's I do feel bad for Ohio. You know, it's not right. Uh, Virginia Senate. There's some state legislative elections. Republicans probably going to gain some seats in Mississippi and New Jersey and Louisiana. Um, in Virginia, the big question is, will Republicans win enough seats to take control of the state Senate? If they flip two, if they have a net gain of two, then it'll be tied 20-20, and the lieutenant governor, who's a Republican, will break the tie. So 2 seats will do it. 3 will win control of the chamber outright. I think they can do it. I'm not sure. I think they'll probably get at least 2, assuming they don't lose any seats. So there's also, a handful of mayoral elections, which I'm not going to cover because none of them is really high profile. Well, I guess that's it. I'll be posting some more footage later on in the week from our trip to Washington, D.C. last month. Now that I'm done with finals, I've got time for that. So stay tuned. Of course, check out my website. Check out my blog. And, well, until then, peace out, America. Oh, God! Oh, my God! People actually smoke these things!